thirsty men at large, could we have a beer, please?
Bar opens at 11, or keep driving and you could find yourself welcome by the time you hit Dalesford.
Oh, no, my darling. We're staying right here for weeks. Maybe 4 weeks in your pub. OK, now I'll have 2 single rooms for my men here, and I shall have your double suite where you can show me the pleasures of St. Thomas.
Mount Thomas.
I don't want to Mount Thomas, Red. I'm looking at you.
Is that your white four-wheel drive parked out there?
Sorry, mate, it's not for sale.
You threw a beer can out in the street.
Where are we, Red? Tidy town? What is your problem?
Aggravated litter? Discharged missile? Arm protruding from a vehicle?
There's major crime in the streets, lads. Are we safe?
Were you driving that vehicle?
I never let driving get in the way of my drinking.
I was driving.
So you threw the can?
What's the matter? Can't you take a joke?
Not that kind of a joke. We take a very dim
Sergeant.
view of that. What?
Can I have a word?
Now, where were we, Red? Oh, yes, perhaps you can do us a deal. We have 3 eligible young men here who want 3 rooms for 3 weeks. And, well, maybe an extra one on top of you. Oh, well, watch your tongue, Leslie.
3 or 4 weeks, eh? What are you here for?
We're agricultural experts.
All right. I'll let it go this time.
Thank you, Sergeant. Keep the fat little piggy happy, eh, boys? Now, where were we?
Typesetter at the Gazette. You could do that, couldn't you?
What, and the guy's really interested?
I told him I punched in a whole encyclopedia. Well, I work for years on the police database.
Hi, boss. Morning.
You look got anything better to do with your time?
Good luck.
The old bedside alarm let you down, eh?
Shut up, short.
Augusta. How are you?
Good. Could I speak with,
Nick.
Augusta, how are you? Do you want a word? Just out here.
Yep. Thanks.
How's your wrist? What's up?
Oh, it's nothing.
Do you want to sit down?
No.
Cup of tea or anything?
No.
What do you want to do? Sergio?
Questi sono affari nostri, non generano niente poliziotti. You're coming home with me.
Hey, mate, now come on. Your wife wanted to have a word with me, so maybe she'll come back later.
She has no right coming here, going behind my back. You're coming home now. Questi non sono affari nostri, dai.
No, look, calm down, will you? Just put me in the picture, please.
She's meant to be running our roadside store.
Mrs. Torini, is everything okay?
Yes.
Sergio, mate, if you're in any sort of trouble...
No trouble, mate. Everything's fine.
Really?
What are you talking about domestic violence for?
She came in here to report it and he cut her off.
He's not going to belt her up. He loves her.
You saw the way he talked to her. You know, he has to be the boss, just like...
Who?
Yes, McKinley?
Just like the typical bully boy husband who thumps his wife. Yeah, he's got a volatile temper.
How do you know he's got a volatile temper?
Didn't he break that glass bottle and wave it in your face?
Well, we all know what that was about. His baby had just been murdered. He wanted some answers.
Yeah, well, you saw the way he grabbed at her right in front of us. Well, it makes you wonder what happened to a wrist to need a bandage like that.
Oh, they're market gardeners. Injuries happen like that,
Well,
don't
something's not right between them.
Yeah, something's going on.
Well, his case comes up for trial next month. The domestic violence order isn't going to help his cause.
Well, shall I have a word with Augusta then?
Fine, just don't get her into any more aggro.
Righto. What's happened here?
Mrs. Torini, who did this? Just leave it.
Augusta,
Go away.
Don't worry about it. Come on, leave it alone. Don't worry about it. I will have a chat about it. Come on, you'll be right. So you're saying someone wrecked the store before you got there?
And you don't know who?
And you expect us to believe that Sergio just dropped you off at this wrecked stall and went off home?
Was it anything to do with the fight you might have had when you got there? Augusta, you're alone with us now. You can talk about what's going on at home.
Or you can set our mind at rest about Sergio. That would be very good.
Sergio... There's nothing I want to say.
If you let someone get away with this, it can happen again.
I have to go and pick up my son. He's at my mother's.
If Sergio's in any sort of trouble, that could go against him at the hearing.
Yeah, he's not in any trouble. He hasn't done anything.
Well, then is someone doing something to the two of you, hassling you about some matter.
I have to go now.
Someone's threatening them.
Why?
Not an hard business deal, maybe, a payment they can't make.
Look, I've been out to their place and they're just not in that league.
And what league's that?
Well, where there'd be any profit in someone standing over them.
What, small-time market gardener?
Yeah, vegetables, flowers, it's very small time.
So, you're an expert in market gardening now, are you?
It just so happens that I used to go to the Belfanti property with Gina sometimes. Now, they're on a much bigger scale. Her two brothers, Guido and Sandro, used to show me around.
I bet you Guido and Sandro showed you around. Do they know the Torinis?
They might even be their agents.
How does that work?
Well, sometimes the bigger growers act on behalf of the smaller ones. They take their produce to market and they sell it off to the wholesalers.
Well, go and have a talk to them. They might be able to shed some light on the Torini's problems. You're just going round in circles at the moment.
It's all pretty high-tech these days.
So, high-tech means high overhead, eh?
Tell us about it.
But you blokes, you work as sales agents too, don't you?
We take flowers, whatever, for other growers, and they pay us a cut, you know. Not much, but it's okay.
When you say other growers, does that include the Torinis?
No, not anymore. We used to, but they dropped us.
Oh, why's that?
Maybe they wanted to do it themselves. Maybe they got someone cheaper. Who knows? You know, look, they're welcome to it.
How do you mean?
Oh, he was so temperamental, you know. You have to feel sorry for his wife.
Do you blokes get any rough treatment in the business?
Rough treat.
Well, you deal with major wholesalers, don't you? Do you always get fair prices?
Yeah, we're respected. Hey, are you on the list of our other clients? I'll give you some recommendations.
I haven't seen enough of you lately. Since Gina's funeral.
Yeah, I know. How you been keeping?
Oh. Okay. We miss her, you know.
Yeah, me too.
Just because he's a bit of a hottie doesn't mean he beats up his wife.
You here for the lunches? That'll beat you to it.
Oh, he's a diligent boy these days, isn't he? Now, Chris, do you know Sergio Torini?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard any dicey things about him?
Sergio? No. Good veggies for the kitchen, good flowers for the hallway. He's always very polite. Charges not enough and I'm guilty.
Well, I mean, he never comes in here and hits the terps, gets a bit aggro.
No, he's barely a customer. Probably makes his own grappa. How's that for prejudice? Just because he's Italian.
Oh, yeah. I've had my beauty sleep. I feel fantastic. Anyway, I'm ready when you are.
Set 'em up, set 'em up, set 'em up!
Okay, that's enough. Stay right where you are. I will not have mud traps right through my bar outside.
Oh, she's just like my mum. Come on, boys, get 'em off. And we'll have 3 pots, please. Lady of the house.
Where's whiskey chasers?
Someone turning 21 today, Chris.
No stocking feet allowed. That's against regulations.
Whose regulations?
Jeff Kennett's. And I'm not serving any one of you till you take those boots outside, clean them up and put them back on again.
Go on, boys. Learn how it's done. You might even get the chance to step inside Jeff's hole casino.
Where do you want these, string mate?
I think down the blind side.
Here we go! String boy! Try time!
Yes, that's right! The crowd goes sick! All except the St John ambulance officers who don't move.
No. They'd be the whole local police force, lads. Oh, yeah, Beauty and the Beast.
Nicely observed, sir. Now, boys, it may seem a radical idea to you, but down here, football's considered an outdoor sport.
Oh, yeah, but then again, you Mexicans can't even mark a square paddock, can you?
Oh, that's got to be imported as quick as that. Where from, Chris?
Canberra.
Canberra, public servants.
Mm-hmm. Your taxes at work, you can count on it.
Well, Chris, we're going to be heading off now. So if you have any trouble, give us a call.
You check your pillowcases, your sheets, towels, everything every morning.
Nighty-night.
Right, thanks, sir, for your help. Now, Margaret, that was the last name on the list that your mate Sandro gave me.
Everyone's happy?
Well, I tell you, all the market gardeners and everyone within QE just love the Belfantis. Service and satisfaction guaranteed.
So, ta-ta to your standover theory then.
Now, when was I going on about that?
This morning.
Didn't you already order a lunch?
It's breakfast.
Yeah, what I was saying was there was something going on with the Torinis that had nothing to do with domestic violence.
So I gather nobody's moved any further down any tracks at all.
Well, actually, we have. The Belfantis, who used to be the sales agents for the Torinis, aren't anymore because of Sergio's bad temper. But all the other growers seem perfectly happy with the service they're getting.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, those guys got me off the line as quick as they could, the same way the Torinis tried to shake us clear.
What are they saying?
Well, nothing besides giving the Belfantis a AAA rating.
Yeah, why can't you just accept that?
All this is going on without an actual crime having been reported to justify your hours. I hope you realise that.
Busy day among the uniforms.
You're just trying to implicate the Belfanti boys because you won't accept the pretty obvious evidence that your mate just can't control his temper.
Margaret, my mind is so clear and open you can see all the way through to the other side.
No, there's a big wall of prejudice in there.
All right, you two. I know this old villain at St David's Market, so I'll get on to him. He can tell us the ins and outs of fruit and veg and who gets a cut of the flowers.
Oh, and what about the pub?
It's early, isn't it?
Oh, well, Chris has already got her hands full with a bunch of drunken yobbos who are out of control. I mean, it's going to get worse by tonight.
Chris Riley can look after herself.
You haven't seen these blokes. I mean, they're shocking. I mean, I think it's a very good idea we go down and show a visible presence. You
Count me out.
You want to go down for dinner?
Something else.
We can celebrate Robbie's new job.
Well, that's a good idea. Meanwhile, I'll just sit here and find out what the Belfantis are up to.
Oh, he's just so stubborn, you know. He'd do anything for his mate. To hear him talk, you'd think that he was dealing with the mafia. Yeah, well, you see, he thinks he's in an Al Pacino movie. Hey, Maggie, did you get a call from Robbie today? No, I didn't. Oh, it could be good. It might mean that they put him on straight away. I guess it'd be a late night shift kind of thing, wouldn't it? Typesetting.
Very lovely.
That's sad, isn't it? Hey! How you going, Chris?
Hey.
Any dramas?
No, I'm a third-generation publican. They're booked in for 4 weeks, so that's 3 beds by $70 by about 30 days. I can tolerate quite a bit, you know.
Who's paying the bill?
G'day, girls. How's it going?
Did you hear something speak?
Got a little present for you.
Oh, God. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Can you stand back? It's harmless. It's just a little children's python. Stand back.
Hey, hang on. That's his pet snake. Normally gets with his trousers, of course.
Hey, no more drinks.
Okay, oh, you can't do that. We're guests.
Just watch me.
Come on. Are these big coppers, you reckon, Roy?
You all right?
So what are you charging us with? Well, here's a good one. Terror to the behaviour of Her Majesty's subjects.
Didn't even drop me dax.
May as well be hung for a sheep as a lamb, Les.
Yeah, bloody oath, mate. And talk about hung. There. Cop this, coppers.
Oh, get him down, Lizzie.
Ladies present.
Oh, they're not ladies. They're Victoria Police.
Assaulting police, that constitutes offensive behaviour.
Right, so let's give us your name so we can all go home.
I'll take over now.
Hey, they let a snake go in the pub.
Yeah, I know what they did. It was a particularly childish and stupid act, but as far as I know, it's not against the law.
You tell them so.
What about causing an affray?
What about cruelty to animals?
Was anybody actually hurt? Was the snake harmed in any way?
Oh, she let it go, the poor little thing.
It's not really the point.
Look, the incident's over. Now, you lot can go home, and you lot can mind your manners in my town. Understood?
Manners indubitably, my good sir.
After you, Algernon. No, Bertie, I insist.
Chris Riley has been instructed not to serve you any more alcohol.
Well, our place for coffee? It's unbelievable.
Oh, I don't know what he's playing.
Well, he's lost it, hasn't he?
No, he's off with the pixies. Well, to be fair, he was right. I mean, we didn't have a lot to charge him.
Here we go, the boss's pet.
Well, we didn't.
Well, we got him out of the pub, that's the main thing.
Well, you too. You're after an early mark, are you? You weren't going to charge him with anything.
No, all I'm saying...
It's a private argument.
There you are. You want a coffee?
Yeah, thanks.
So how did it go?
What go?
The interview with the paper.
Oh, look, I didn't really want to do that. I thought I'd do the sensible thing and not waste the guy's time, you know?
Well, so you didn't even show up?
Ah.
I don't know if that's your usual idea of a good time, but I bet you're paying for it now.
I'm having a good time, love. I won't stop for no one.
Chris, have you got a minute?
Yeah.
Wash basin, room 6.
Hey, what?
You ever had that happen before?
Other stuff, yeah, but not that.
He even gave me a wink as I went upstairs. Can I tidy your room now, sir? Go for it, girl, he said. Well, I'm out of here now and I'm not coming back until they're gone. I'm sorry.
That's it.
I've had enough of you animals. You're out of here now.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, you've got 10 minutes to leave and you can take out everything that's yours. And I mean, sweetheart, everything.
Oh, come on.
Get out!
I warned you to mind your manners.
Oh, don't give me the lectures. Just get our rooms back.
Listen, I've known Chris Riley all her life, and if she says you're out, then I'd say you're out.
You know who you're talking to?
Oh, very well, Detective Senior Sergeant. I checked up on you the moment your bloke had a word to me in the pub yesterday. But being drug task force doesn't place you above the law, does it?
Oh, you don't understand, do you? See, acting up is part of our cover. Now, who'd ever believe we were police?
Who indeed?
Look, I've got a big operation on here, Sergeant. I was promised full cooperation from the Victoria Police. Huh? Now, I'm not about to have that jeopardised just because you're in bed with a publican.
I'm not in bed
look,
with
I
the
don't
public.
care how long you've known the silly bitch. Now, we need that accommodation, all right? You get it fixed. You understand me? And one more thing. Keep it to yourself.
Take them back. With toilet training like that, you'd be joking.
They promised it won't happen again. They're here to do a job. And last night was a one-off.
Who would employ that lot?
I don't know. There's some sort of agricultural experts or something.
Yeah, specialising in manure. Look, I'm sorry, Tom, but 4 weeks or no 4 weeks, they are not staying here. And after the ring around I did this morning, they'd be lucky to get beds in a dog kennel.
That's right. Party 3. 3 males. 4 weeks. Yeah. Just a minute, please, Carla.
Sorry, I didn't realise you were doing anything important. I just wanted to advance the Torini matter. Anything from your mate at the market?
Not now, please, Schultz.
Fair enough. How they hanging there, Digger? Good?
Dickhead.
Yeah, back again, Carla.
Yeah, make sure it's queen-size beds with your ensuite bath.
Yes, it is the 3 from the Imperial. Yeah. Carla, that was a one-off. I know what you've heard, but... Look, no, guaranteed. Carla, it's 4 weeks' money. Well, what about that shed out the back?
Oh, come off it.
Mate, that's curious.
Well, what's Sergeant Croydon bending over backwards for a bastard like him?
Well, maybe an even bigger bastard's putting the squeeze on him.
Why, he's in the job.
Hey, so what are they doing here?
Well, they're down from Canberra, something national.
Think I'll call a couple of mates.
You know, I honestly can't believe that I'm in the same profession as a man like that.
Oh, PJ has his days. Oh, you mean the other hoon?
3 out-of-town coppers in town for 4 weeks. What's it all about?
Looking.
Surveillance.
Getting warmer.
Drugs?
Well, national something, major crime, druggies. I mean, I don't know, Margaret. What's our little backwater coming to? Maybe it's time we got married and moved elsewhere.
Hey, Nick.
Right.
We just drove by the Torini's veggie stall and Sergio's out there setting it up.
Ah, that's more like it. Mad Thomas returns to normal. Come on, Margaret. Let's check it out. Backing up, are you, Sergio? But you were fixing things.
Yeah, well, wasn't worth it.
How's Augusta?
Yeah, she's good. What do you want?
Mr. Torini, what happened here yesterday? Well, won't Augusta work here now?
Look, it's business, okay? It's just a little slow this year.
Mate, someone knocked your stall over and it wasn't you.
I wasn't here, okay? I left Augusta to go to the farm. Well, what did she say?
Well, we're asking you, Mr. Torini.
It was a white car, you know? It came in, she was taking stuff out of the boxes, slammed into the stall and just kept going.
A white car, huh? Yeah. That's all?
Well, maybe it was a 4-wheel drive or something. Well, she didn't tell you?
No, mate, no, she didn't. Now, mate, who's heavying you?
No one.
Did it have interstate plates?
Look, why don't you just leave us alone, okay? Go and give someone a parking ticket or something.
Sorry, boss, it's urgent.
He knows.
Apparently.
That's all right. Thank you, Cooper.
I want a shower, I want a shave, and I want 4-star stuff.
I can do better than 4 stars.
Around here, you've got to be joking.
The night has 1,000,000 stars. All visible from the camping ground. Weather permitting.
Here he is. Now, you get round in a 4-wheel drive vehicle, don't you, sir? White in colour. You haven't encountered any fruit stalls, have you?
Bugger off.
There's something to look forward to. In a caravan park, too. That's the essence of happiness, Cooper.
Yeah, right.
Live and learn, experience life.
Hey, you got something, PJ?
I certainly have. Now, those blokes are from DTF.
What?
Oh, there's no getting away from it, is there?
The drug task force.
You remember the old days when all we did were robbers, drunks?
Stolen vehicles.
What are they doing here?
You said we were following a lead.
Yes, we're following a four-wheel drive.
We're snooping on the DTF.
Snooping? It's never snoop.
You just can't bear to think that something might be going on that you don't know about.
Sure I can't help you.
Remember when Wayne Patterson used to do this all the time?
Tom, know you're here.
Oh, yeah. Boss is omnipresent, Chris. He knows everything.
Ah, thank you. Thanks.
Here he is, Sergio, old son. How are you?
What's wrong now?
Oh, nothing much, mate. Just a few questions about the white four-wheel drive.
Look, I've told you all I know.
I'm sure you have, but, you know, we coppers, mate, we just love looking on the dark side of things. No surprises that way.
Yep, sure.
I know how you feel about your family, mate, and about your wife. But you must be able to see what it might look like. I mean, you know, you got a bit of a temper. Your wife's scared.
What are you suggesting?
Nothing. Nothing. I think there's nothing wrong, but you've got to be able to see.
Hey, look, I would never hurt my wife, understand?
Eh?
Now, if you want to talk to me, you arrest me or something, okay?
Cannabis.
You bring your papers with you?
Right, now, if you're satisfied, can we get out of here?
Ah, welcome to my humble desk.
The way things work in the world of fruit and veg.
I've already had a villain's eye view.
And the most likely person to rip off a grower is his agent. He obviously takes a cut of the price received.
And who's to know what that really was?
You have a criminal mind.
Well, it helps. So, what we've got, the Torinis are pulling out of being handled by the Belfantis.
They probably thought they were ripping him off.
So maybe the Belfantis are giving Sergio a hard time to make an example of him, you know, to anyone else who's thinking of taking their business elsewhere.
Good point. Possible, I suppose.
Hi.
Anything we should know?
We found some stuff hidden in the national park.
I don't think a bushwalk was on your agenda, was it?
Well, we've been tracking the DTF blokes.
You had no right to do that. And?
Well, they've been doing surveillance on a hothouse, dope plants.
What, no national park?
How many plants?
Well, we're going to leave it to the DTF blokes.
Hello. So they booked into the pump for a month. They must be expecting a harvest sometime in the next few weeks.
Now they've set up camp out there instead.
Boss, that was the hospital. Augusta Torini's been brought in. I think she's been bashed.
Sure that's what happened to your wife, Mr. Torini?
Look, I told you, okay? She tripped on the back step and hit her face on the road.
Did you know the hospital would contact us?
They call you every time someone falls over? You okay?
Yeah, it's a bit sore, I'll be fine.
Mrs. Torini, do you want to tell us what happened?
Tell them what happened.
Mate, I think it might be an idea if you just let her alone with us for a while.
Mr. Torini, you need to speak with your wife. You wouldn't mind waiting down here, please?
That's not a bad sort of a shine you've got there, Augusta.
The back porch. I wasn't looking where I was going. I fell and hit my face on the handrail. Sergio brought me in.
And you're sure that's how you got this?
Yes.
You prepared to make a statement?
There's no need for statements. It was an accident. Leave us alone.
Well, why does any battered wife shut up about what her husband's doing to her? Because she's terrified of it. Exactly. And that bruise on her face, you could almost see the outline of his knuckles.
Yeah, agreed, but whose fist?
Look, Nick, she would have said it was anyone else.
No, not at all. If they're both being terrorised, they're both too scared of the standover merchants.
And I suppose you're going to say that it was one of the Belfanti brothers. Well, it's absolutely absurd.
It's absolutely absurd because they're mates of yours.
Look, they're not even agenting for the Torinis anymore, so there's no connection.
Well, you just can't say Sergio knocked over his own fruit stall. That doesn't make any sense. But what does make sense is that whoever did the fruit stall went back and gave Augusta something to go on with.
I think you better start looking for some new suspects.
You know.
Maggie, we should be heading off. Now, what is this about Robbie's famous spag bowl? Well, it's always something different, but always memorable. Hey, Chris.
Hi.
Hey, would you have a memorable bottle of wine for a memorable dinner?
Hang on a sec.
Memorable, is that good or bad?
We're not sure yet.
Well, how do you know it's memorable until you've had it?
Oh, Adam, shut up.
Red or white?
Oh, I don't know. Maggie, red or white? Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Dash McKinley.
Anise.
Sorry, Anna, was it?
No, Anise. Anise Lovefoot.
That's interesting.
Thanks. Haven't heard of yours before either. Where's that from?
Oh, I'm a local. The whole town calls me Dash.
Like to give men the runaround, do you?
Oh, Robbie, what wine would you like to go with your dinner?
Just a red will be good, actually. Anise, I'm cooking dinner later on tonight. Why don't you join us?
Oh, yeah? Great.
Good.
Well, that's good, actually, because I'd forgotten something else has come up, so I'll see you later.
It be market day at St David's, Margaret. You care to join me?
To do what?
We're going to buy some bug boots. No, I want to go check out the agents and the wholesalers and the rest.
All right, I'll meet you in the car.
Good night.
I don't think there's anything going on. Who with? Robbie and that girl. Apparently they met at the CES. Yes, well, I just wondered why she's hanging around there all of a sudden. Anyway, I mean, he can do what he likes, Maggie. It's none of my business.
I just had Inspector Falcon Price on the blower. Needs our assistance to locate 3 missing members.
No, not those nongs from the pub.
Nongs is one word for them. DTF surveillance unit is another.
Well, they're probably drunk under a tree somewhere.
Yeah, well, they were supposed to report in at a pre-arranged time this morning and didn't. They're not answering their radio or calls on their mobile.
So where do we look?
Well, 3 of you go out with PJ and Maggie. They know where to start at least. Airwing have been alerted, so you're going to have half of Victoria descending on you shortly, but you've got a head start. Make the most of it. Use the local radio channel to keep me informed and stay in touch.
Yeah, boss, we're at the DTF's full drive.
Any sign of disturbance?
Negative.
What about that car?
Yeah, we're approaching it now. Hey, boss, this is weird. The camp's been abandoned, and it looks like they just woke up and wandered off.
No sign of violence.
Well, not that we can see, but we did find a mobile phone.
I'll check out the hothouse.
Gone the whole lot. Must have harvested it last night.
Hey, boss, you're not going to believe this.
How do we even know they're in the job?
Well, according to Falcon Price, they are.
Well, they're gone, the dope's gone. You make the connection.
Well, who's to say they're not in on the whole deal, you know?
Oh, look, something's happened to them. They've been sprung.
Well, maybe they saw how big the crop was and decided to do a deal with the growers.
Any luck yet, Doyle?
What's that?
Maggie?
Hey, boss, I think we've got something. What is it?
Who's that? Who are you? Mount Thomas Search and Rescue. How you going, boys?
Down a hole.
Yeah, lured there, they reckon, during the night.
What, all of them? Yes, all of them, Inspector. Well, apparently the 2 off-duty heard a noise, went to investigate, and then they saw a movement and followed it. Yes, down a hole. Well, I don't know either. The 3rd man, well, he was overpowered from behind, apparently, and pushed in afterwards. Well, all 3 of them, unfortunately. A head injury, suspected fractured collarbone and a broken leg. Yes, well, that does make excellent sense, sir.
Yeah, receive that, boss. All right, it's officially our task. What do we know?
Well, not much. Well, what we do know is that someone came here overnight, overpowered the DTF, and went off to harvest their crop.
Well, if it is their crop.
Well, whoever they are, they've had to get the stuff out of here.
Well, they left in a hurry, so with a bit of luck, they left some tracks. All right, you blokes, you take the south end, we'll take the north, okay? Be careful. It's a big cash crop. There could be man traps.
Don't worry, we're sober.
Had they been drinking?
Well, the two off duty thought they'd have a few quiet ales before turning in.
Les?
And the one they called String.
It's pretty unprofessional.
Yes, you could say that. I don't think they were expecting a harvest for a couple of weeks, so they thought they'd kick up their heels while they could.
These blokes make all coppers look like idiots.
Got a problem, Sergeant?
No, I was just wondering how three highly trained professionals out on surveillance managed to find themselves trapped down a hole in the middle of the night.
What are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just wondering.
Listen, Sergeant. We're the front line in the war against drugs, and you make no mistake about it. The other side's an organised army. And these blokes are protecting big bucks. And they'll do anything.
So, mate, you were attacked by an army?
Well, I can't tell you how many there were.
No.
Had you been drinking, Senior Sergeant?
I was off duty. I wasn't drunk.
Someone pushed you in the hole.
That's right.
Where you fell on your mate's string, thus breaking his leg.
Yeah, that's right. If you don't mind, I've got an investigation to pursue.
No, you haven't. Inspector Falcon Price has been on to your boss in Canberra, and under the circumstances, that responsibility's been passed over to us.
Well, don't underestimate these guys. They're cunning as snakes. I'm telling you.
We never underestimate anyone.
Oh, there's no tyre tracks between the end of the logging road and the hothouse.
Well, maybe they found a clearing and used a chopper.
Les and his mates would have heard it.
Oh, that's true. Well, then how'd they get the stuff out? They beamed it up.
It's unlikely, Scotty. Maybe they walked it out.
What, the whole crop? There'd have to be a dozen of them.
Just look for footprints, eh?
Hoof prints. They could have used pack horses to get the stuff out of here.
Yeah, be nice and quiet. Create very little disturbance.
Well, there's nothing to say how old they are. They could have been left over from the last pony club ride.
Ahead of them.
Yeah.
I'm Thomas 509.
Thanks, PJ. You want Cooper and McKinley to join you?
No. It could be a false alarm. Just get them to check out the whole perimeter, thanks.
Received that. Good luck.
Hey, PJ, there's more horse dung over here.
Yeah, is it fresh?
Well, I don't know. Why don't you feel it and find out?
What sort of detective are you, Doyle?
Come on. So what do you reckon? Is it fresh from last night?
I'd say so.
What's this?
It's cannabis. It's on the other side of the national park.
Market Gardens. I don't believe this.
What?
It's the Bill Fanti property. Oh, I know, don't say it. Nick was right.
What is it that's still here?
I can't believe Jenny's brothers are doing this.
Just because we knew Gene, it doesn't mean we have to trust them. Thomas 509 to Mount Thomas Station.
Well, if they're loading at Green, they might have done a hasty deal with their wholesaler.
Yeah, it seems likely.
In which case, if you follow them, we could get two for the price of one.
Yeah, we got a problem, boss.
We don't have a vehicle.
Fantastic.
Yeah, get on to Cooper and McKinley.
EDA 2-3 minutes.
Look, they're loading the last bag now.
The truck might already be on its way, Cooper. We'll tell you which way it turns.
Receive that.
McKinley,
Right behind him, boss.
approach with care. Stay out of sight until the truck's gone. Pick up PJ and Maggie and follow. Understood?
Receive that.
What's the story, PJ?
Well, they're arguing. Guido's arcing up.
It'd help if we knew which way the truck was heading.
Well, Sergio Torini would know.
What?
Well, someone's standing over him, right?
Well, that's your theory.
Now we know the agency sacked 2 weeks ago are growing dope. Maybe he found out, or maybe that's not their only form of illegal activity. Either way, he's got to know more than we do.
I know nothing about drugs.
Mate, I'm not saying you're involved in it, but you must know some reason why the Belfantis are putting pressure on you.
Who says they are?
Look, whatever happens, they're out of your life. They're gone. We've got a detective and a constable who've just seen those blokes load up a truckload of dope. They're goners.
Well, then why do you need me for?
Because they're taking the drugs to someone, and you've got a better chance of knowing who than we have.
I don't know anything.
Why'd you sack them as your agents?
Because they were cheating me. I kept saying they could only sell half my flowers, that the other half spoiled in transit.
What do you think they did with the other half?
Sold them separately, pocketed the money.
They didn't pocket the money, they invested the money in their drug-growing enterprise. Now, who did they sell them to? Come on, look, what have they done to your wife? They've beaten your wife up? They threatened your family. What do you want to protect them for?
Truck's leaving now.
Well, come on.
Lot 25 on the Old Ridge Road, surname O'Brien. That's all we've got at this stage. Nick's on his way. He should be there before you.
Took you so much. From the vehicle shed. I went straight in when they arrived. Another bloke closed the doors.
It's probably this O'Brien character.
Well, if it is, he had a really good look around before he went in. He's very nervous.
Exits?
Big doors, side doors, that's it.
You going in?
We wait for them to incriminate themselves. Now, this is the order of entry.
You realise I can't sell it like this?
Well, we had an emergency.
I'm going to have to find somewhere safe to dry it.
Yeah, I know. And we're going to have to adjust the price accordingly. Hey, it's top quality stuff, man. Organically grown.
Guido.
All right, whatever. As long as you got the cash now.
I've got the cash. It's all there, Guido. You're quite welcome to count it.
Oh, I'll count it. Don't worry.
Huh? Yeah. You happy with that?
Police! Don't move! Drop the bag!
Please don't move!
Oh, Mr. O'Brien.
Welcome to our humble home.
PJ? Michael Edward O'Brien, also known as John Michael Cassidy. 2 priors for possession.
Yeah, well, I want a lawyer. This is a setup.
Ah, the brothers Belfanti.
Yeah, Matt Thomas's answer to the Godfather.
Yeah, they're caught red-handed. They've been cautioned. They've got nothing to say for themselves.
We were desperate for money, but we didn't want to hurt anyone.
Tell that to Augusta Torini.
I can explain about it.
Shut up, Sandro. Don't say anything.
Don't you think it's a little bit late for that?
Come on, mate. What happened? Did Sergio cotton on what you're up to?
No, he thought we were going to shortchange him on his flower sales.
Oh, were you?
Of course not.
No, mate, I think I get the picture. What about you, Constable Dawn?
They couldn't afford to be investigated for the dope, so they terrorised the Torinis into keeping quiet instead.
All right, you'll get your chance to explain, sir. PJ's office and this one in mine. Oh, God.
Is that one of them?
I thought you were still on sick leave, Senior Sergeant.
Oh, come off it. Look, if you got them, I want to talk to them. Look, with all due respect, Sergeant, this is a bit out of your league, don't you think? And we're talking organised crime here. Big-time growers, distributors. Now, that's a job for the task force.
These big-time growers are a couple of small-time locals with delusions of grandeur, whom we were already investigating on another matter.
You see, Senior Sergeant, you should have asked us what was going on our patch. You might have saved yourselves a few broken bones.
Yeah, righto, point taken.
The man they were selling to, on the other hand, might be of interest to you. Michael Edward O'Brien.
You got him too?
He's in here. You're welcome to sit in on the interview if you like.
They still have to weigh it all, of course, but I mean, the druggies reckon there's $500,000 worth of mull there. Street value.
Tempting, especially for small-time market gardeners like the Belfantis. Yeah, well, it's no excuse. I mean, basically, they got greedy and didn't care who they hurt in the process. It's going to break Gina's mum's heart, though.
Was it a first offence?
No, they tested the waters with a few small crops they managed to sell at the market through some contacts.
Yeah, that's how they met O'Brien.
And they thought it was so easy they'd try for the big one.
Idiots.
Oh, they were way out of their depth, you know, because the DTF already knew about the hothouse through a tip-off.
It might have been one of O'Brien's rivals who got wind of the deal.
No, lucky we found them first. At least they're still in one piece. Anyway, I'm going to give the Torinis the good news. You order me a steak and chips,
not
liver.
a problem, mate.
Steak
and chips coming up.
What's the story about those yobbos being undercover police?
Chris, you are in the wrong profession.
Chris, you're unbelievable. Now, where did you hear that?
Well, I have my sources. If it's true, it certainly explains why Tom was defending them. Pigs.
What problem? I mean, I enjoy a few drinks. It helps me relax. Oh, come on. This is a high-stress job, Tom. You've got to do something to unwind.
What about your men?
What about them? They're good lads. OK, they're a bit high-spirited. They like a good time, but, oh, hell, they need to unwind too.
Do they have any choice? Listen, the booze is between you and your liver. But these blokes look up to you. At the moment, they think being a drunken, loudmouth yobbo is something to aspire to.
Oh, come on now.
Look, if you want to take the rewards of being a team leader, you've got to take some of the responsibilities as well. I'm just a simple country sergeant, but if you take my advice, you wake up to yourself. If not for your own sake, for the sake of the poor, unfortunate coots who have to work with you.
Robbie?
Hi.
Hi, what are you sitting here in the dark for?
Oh, I was getting used to the couch. Where's Dash?
She's at the pub. She's having dinner down there. Now, are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm starving.
Oh, good, so am I.
So, how's your day?
No, not so good. Some people who I thought I could trust let me down.
Look, Maggie, it was just one of those things, you know?
What was?
She's a great girl and all of that, but at her age, who wouldn't want to play the field?
Robbie, who are we talking about here, Dash?
Easy come, easy go. It's the story of my life. Huh?
Well, you're saying that she dropped you.
I don't blame her. But I was thinking maybe I should move out.
No.
Look, no, I'm cool about this, but I don't want her feeling awkward.
Robbie, you don't have a job yet.
But I could stay at the hostel,
No,
someplace.
you're not going to. You're my brother. You are staying here. Now, she's fine. She'll cope.
Well, are you
No,
sure?
I don't want to hear any more about it, okay? Now, how are your potato peeling skills? Get to work.